My name is Nikki. I am Adima Boa's wife. Unfortunately, I was not able to meet Daddy, but I've heard many beautiful things about him from stories that Adim and Oge would tell me and sharing pictures with me, coming to the village and meeting the entire family and everyone telling me their stories, getting to witness the beautiful ceremony that the children and mommy put together. I am grateful. I wish I was able to meet him. May you rest in peace.
My name is Adima Bua Hilary Okesene. I'm the first son to Mr. Azuka Okesene late. Um, I just want to thank God for my dad's life and the legacy he has left for people to see and the children and the great grandchildren. My dad has been a man of joy, happiness, a man that will go out of his way to make sure people are okay and comfortable, even at the little he has. He is always there for us. Me being the first son, the way he taught me when I was growing up as a little boy, he said to me, never, never, you eat what does not belong to you. Always remember that when you're clean and you have God, that the sky will be your limit. And I took that legacy, and that's why. And he said to me, always make sure you help people on your way up. I have been given the opportunity to enjoy my dad's life, and today I'm going to be there for my siblings, my younger ones, to make sure I give them the true leadership of a father and to comfort my mom. And I also want to thank everybody that has come to celebrate the life of my dad, that God will continue to bless them. God will lead them. My in laws, extended families, brothers, cousins, wherever, friends who have come. I pray that God and Johnny Mercy will be for them. And I want to thank everybody. Thank all the caterers, everybody that has put everything together, the event planner, and every one of them. I just want to give you thanks on behalf of my family, and may God bless all of you. Thank you.
My name is Lieutenant Colonel Ugugu of the Nigerian Army. Today I'm here, talking about Hillary. I came to his place, lost the dad, and luckily I happened to be here to replace it. Like the friend, we went to the same secondary school, and in fact, we passed through the same rugged terrain. When I mean rugged terrain, through the thin and time of life. Well, I don't want to mention it here, but it was tough growing up. It was tough growing up, but we were able to pass through the challenges. We actually lost touch until we got to America and then we got back. So we got to touch again. And since then, till this moment, we have been friends. I've been talking. Because the dad, unfortunately, I did not meet with the dad, but I have heard a lot. So even when I came in here, uh, stories from people that came that knew the father, from what they have said, he was actually a great man. And I think he was a great man because what I saw there, I, I can attest to that. I can attest to that. For the children, through the stress of life, he was able to put through. And the children all, as much as possible, made it until this time. It's all, we thank God for life. We thank God for life, and I'm happy that I'm here today to witness all this. You know, life through so much challenges on us. We just cannot give up. We just have to take it and you know face the challenges and try as much as possible to break through. I thank God for his life today, and continue to thank God for the family. I also thank God for the father that he has tried to bring all of them like this, because the little I've seen today shows that yes, the family is all. Family is all. Yes, he has succeeded himself. Yes, he has made money. Yes, of course. It is not all about the money, but um, the fact that yes, of course, you are going to share out of the money, but then don't look at that aspect of this wealth he has made, but the fact that he will able to bring everybody together. And they will call and say, "Oh boy, that your guy. Hey, I'm afraid of." So you can imagine this kind of thing. He has not met them before, but through me, he will go, "This your guy? No problem, don't worry, I'll take care of it." My family were in the US. My wife was in Georgia with my kid. And he was able to connect. He is in Chicago. He was able to connect. So, no, take this, send like that. So, this is the kind of thing we're talking about. It's really a pleasure that I was here today, and I'm very, very happy about it. I pray that this union that we have formed, let it not just go wasted, that it will continue to grow stronger, and that the family will be the demise of their family will grow stronger. I pray that as I depart from here tomorrow, I pray that this bond that has kept us together, both me and the family, all the friends he has made, that will not be a betrayal, but it will continue to be a source of strength, a source of blessing to each other. May God keep us, and that apart from here, we'll meet again and continue this journey. Thank you. My name is Sani Adamu Waziru from Gombe, in Gombe State, northeastern part of Nigeria. I happen to be a civil servant working with the federal government, and I resided in Surulere. We are almost neighbors with dad that died. I was staying, I was so close, we were staying as neighbors in Surulere. Daddy has been a very nice man to me and to almost everybody around him. Whenever I have a problem, I come to Daddy, whether official or unofficial. Daddy is somebody that can sit down and gist with you, give you advices. Naturally, the man, we really lost a gem. We lost a pillar. We lost him, but God wants him more. I just pray and wish the family to take the fortitude of bearing this loss. We lost, and that was why I came all the way from the north for his burial. I want to see him, even in death, for the last time. Let me see him, and I saw him. I was lucky I saw him. I really lost a friend and daddy because he calls me friend, my son, and my friend. That is it. May his gentle soul rest in peace. Amen.
My name is Hilary Adimabua Ukesone. I'm the first son of Mr. Azuka Emmanuel Ukesone. I vividly very well. I can remember growing up as a child. My father is a man that taught me to be a strong man. And the only thing I need to respect in this world is to respect the elders. I will respect them. And he has taught me that when you walk, you will eat from it, and always remember to help people. His legacy in life was full of joy, and he was there for people, even when he does not have it. I personally learned through him that if you don't walk, you can never eat. And he said to me, nothing will happen, whether he's dead or alive. I will get to this limelight. And by the grace of God today, I am there. And I want to thank God for his life. And I want to thank everybody that has come to this occasion, that has come to show their support and love. I want to thank my family, his brothers, sisters, the wife of his extended family and nuclear families. I want to thank all the guests that have traveled all over the world to come down to grace his memory. Thank you. And I pray that God will guide you all back home to your destination in peace. God bless you all in Jesus' name.
My names are Chief James Atunamuchenwa Onwudiachi. I am from Umulogai family in Azungu. Precisely, my immediate family is Umuohi. I am a junior brother to the wife of the deceased. In fact, I'm the immediate junior brother to her. And my sister has been like a mother to me, even when we were young. And I've tried as much as possible to partner with her in whatever she's doing in her husband's place. So we were here day before yesterday, we were here yesterday, we are here today now for the second burial of the husband. I'm happy to be here. The children are my children too, because I don't understand this concept of cousin, this and that. In the African society, they're my brothers. My sister is my sister. So I am overwhelmed with the way the children organize their father's burial. In fact, it shows that the man has children that have come of age. And I'm happy for my sister. What happened now shows her how she will be treated too after she leaves this place. So I must commend the children. I must say God bless them for being there for their mother, for doing the best they can for their dead father. Well, my prayer for the children is that they will continue to grow in leaps and bounds. They will continue to be fruitful to this family, to themselves. Like I said before, they have come of age, and I ask God to continue to bless them, to keep them for their mother, because that's the only one they have now here. Let them grow. Let them continue to grow. God will give them the enablement to keeping this family the way they have kept it so far. In Jesus' mighty name.
My name is Leonard Ikechukwuka Okesune. I'm the second son of Mr. Azuka Emmanuel Okesune. My dad happens to be a very loving, principled father. He was very passionate about his children. He loved us dearly. He was a God-fearing man. My dad happens to be someone that never allowed us to go through a wrong path. He always guided us in the principle of God. He was very funny. We always look forward to the weekends as a family, because my dad would dedicate his time, spend time with his children, ensure that we had everything we wanted, that we needed. He was someone that would wake up very early in the morning before everybody, make breakfast for us, see that we go to the right school, get proper education. One of the very funniest memories, there are a lot, but one that I can share happens to be when my dad had woken me up one day and was like, I needed to get closer to God as a personal relationship. Like, I needed to have a personal relationship with God. And he said to me, if I don't do that, that for the whole time that I've been playing around and just doing things for my own self, that I was living under the mercies of my siblings and not under the mercy of myself and my relationship with God. That is as a result of their prayers that has been keeping me safe. And he said I needed to get closer to God before I run out of the mercy that God has for me through them. And so that struck me as well, but in a way it was kind of funny. And thank God I was able to call myself to order and build a relationship with God. Um, my father was very principled with words. He would make sure that before we use words, say things, we thought about it very well. He guided us to understand that, for example, names that we give to our children are very important. And so he would guide us through that principle of God that says a good name is better than riches. And he made sure that before we gave our children names, we understood, we prayed, and we listened to God. And so that's one of the very most important things that I will take from my upbringing with my dad. My dad always motivated us to push forward in life. He never reserved any limitations. He always said to us, anything that we wanted to be, we could achieve it. And he encouraged us so much that we could just set our mind on something and pray about it, work towards it, and it always came to pass. And so we know as a family, united, loving, we are never limited. There's nothing that we do that we have any fear in our hearts that we cannot achieve it. And so he's always in our hearts. My mom loved him very well. He loved our mom so much. And that love will always remain as a family in our hearts. I love you, Daddy. Rest on.
Hello, everyone. My name is Chukwudumebi Uluremi. I'm the third child of seven of our late Mr. Emmanuel Azuka Ukesune. I also the second daughter of the family. My daddy is gone. It's now a reality. He was laid to rest yesterday. It still pains me, it hurts me because it's someone I'm going to greatly miss. My father is an open hearted man, or was an open hearted man. He holds no grudge or malice. Um, he's well loved, I must say, he's well loved. Everybody has spoken good, kind words about him. But one very good testimony I'm going to tell the whole world right now is how he resolved in giving his life to Christ. So my father is a very hard traditional person, and because of how he grew up, he was saddled with some beliefs that he had while he was growing up. But when, with the influence of his children, and because we've been holding intercessory prayers on his behalf, he just rose up one morning and in church, he resolved to give his life to Christ. And right there and there, he swore to God that he's going to serve only him. So most of the little, symbolic traditional things that you see that they hold on to, he burnt it all. And he resolved in his heart that he was going to, live the rest of his life for Christ. That day was a very memorable day for all of us, especially for me. I remember when growing up, my dad used to smoke a lot and drink a lot. So we do normal funny things, having to either break the cigarette or break bottles so that he doesn't have access to it. But as it is, over time, God touched his heart and he stopped most of these things. I will take this from my father. There are certain things I learned from him, and one of it is that my dad is a very hospitable person. You can never come to his house and not take something. Something could be a bottle of drink or granite, but something must live with you as you come to the house. That is one thing I've taken with me even into my marital home. And with the children, it's awesome. It was awesome. It was awesome. So I've learned to impact to my children also. You must be accommodating, and also friendly. You never can tell the people you meet as you grow up in life. So I want to say this about my father. He will be surely missed. Honestly, he will be missed. We can't take it away from that. One time it will come to a certain time, everyone must answer that call. And he has done his, and we are proud to have him as a father, and will continue to live his name as it were. So I say this to you, Daddy, sleep on until the resurrection morning. Thank you.
My name is Debbie Onyebuchi Okesune. I'm the first child of Mr. Azuka Emmanuel Okesune. My dad was my friend, and he never used to take nonsense from me, especially when it comes to bringing me up. My mom was the hard one. He was softer when it comes to training, but when my mom makes a decision, my mom will tell my dad, "You have no choice in this. We just have to say the same thing and discipline this girl because she happens to be the first." My dad will support my mom. And for that, I felt my mom had more influence on him. But one thing I found out about my dad is that when it comes to his brothers, he was always there for his brothers, especially his relations. He was always there for them. He never There is no time they call on him that he doesn't he might not have much, but when it comes to influence, he was influential. He knew what to do to solve a situation. Then when I was in the university, then my when while I was about to enter the university, he retired. Then he got another job. Whenever I asked for maybe 2,000, he would give me double of the money. He was that generous. He would come and check me. Him and my mom would come and check me in the university, especially even when I go into relationships, because he is a man, he can determine who is good and who is bad, and he can determine where that person is coming from. He can determine who is a deceiver. He will tell me, "I'm sorry, my daughter, this is no good area, and there is nothing you can do about it. You need my blessing to get married to this person." He was fun loving. He used to make us laugh. Yes, I got the discipline. I got more discipline than my younger ones. You know, they taught me, especially my dad, he taught me how to be strong. He taught me how to be independent. That come, you have to do this on your own. Even if you don't have a backbone, you have to be ready to stand strong. And I give glory to God that yes, I've made some mistakes in life, but I know if my younger ones have tried it, I don't know if they will be able to survive. And I thank God for God in my life, for taking charge of my life. I remember then when I gave my life to Christ, we were once Catholic. When I gave my life to Christ, it wasn't easy. I know my parents were a stumbling block, especially my dad. because there is this thing I love going to church to do, to wash the toilets. You know, I'll leave the house by 4 a.m. Even if they are gunshots, I want to leave the house. My dad will lock up the door. My mom will tell him, because he had stronger influence on me and I was afraid of him. I would just obey, you know. And when I gave my life to Christ, I knew I had to carry the members of my household along. And to the glory of God, with my church, they spoke to him, my pastor spoke to him. He gave his life to Christ. And from there, God just transformed all of us. Yes, I know that during the years of his life, he became sick. I have to run from Lagos to Delta to check on him, pray for him, you know, and then it's as if it was time for him to go. He was always confessing, Jesus, Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me. Then sometimes when I'm feeding him, there are times he will not be able to feed himself. I'm feeding him, he'll be telling me, my daughter, please tell your mom to please forgive me. Tell my children to please forgive me. I'm telling him it is okay. It is okay. Don't worry, you get out of this. You get out of this. This is just a challenge you have to pass on, but you have to be strong. But he kept on confessing. Jesus, sometimes at night, he wake up, he say, Jesus, Son of David, please have mercy on me. And he'll be singing praises. Have mercy on me, have mercy on me. But I want to thank God, before he died, he was always making those confessions. Because my pastor told me I should make sure before he leaves, he has to confess Jesus over and over again. And I know and I believe in it, my heart, that today is in a better place. He has gone to rest. His death has brought me and my younger ones to be united, to walk in unity. And I thank God for that, because he was always telling me to love my younger ones. No matter what they have done to me, I should learn how to forgive. I should tolerate them. And I give glory to God for that. Daddy, I know we are all going to miss you. We're all going to miss you, and I know that thing you have imparted in us, especially me, the discipline, it will not be in vain. And this also has also taught me that my mom will have to really take care of her and love her and appreciate her, because I know if you never had a better backbone behind you, a lot of things wouldn't have been achieved. A lot of things in our lives would have not been achieved. Daddy, we miss you. I miss you more. I miss you more, especially your laugh, your nose, the way I used to draw it. And whenever I used to demand for sweet things, I would say, oh no, so I really miss you. I love you, Daddy, but Christ loves you more. Bye.
Thank you, guys. This morning, I'm here to express my feelings, how I started with my husband, and also the way we relate to each other. He was a jovial somebody. My prayer is that his departure, as he left me and the children and his other sleepless, how he left us. What I'm thanking God is that I know he's now at the right side hand of God, because he doesn't keep any meeting with anybody. Maybe that's why some people think that he doesn't have a, sense. So I can put it that way. Once he has misunderstanding with you, immediately he will be the first person to see that you both of you are together. Even myself, the wife, he always make one statement. He said that if mention my name, he said that one thing he doesn't like about me is that I can remember what happened 20 years ago or 30 years ago. Even to give, I will give the date, the hour, and it's not lie. It does not get wrong. We all, both I and the children, we still love him. It's only that God loves him more than us. As I'm praying, the children are praying along with me that his departure will bring more open doors for the children he left and myself. God will not allow me to die untimely death. Nobody will come short of my life. He was so nice to me. It's only how things happen. When he left US, I was hospitalized. I was in the hospital. My son has already bought tickets for me to come down to Nigeria with him. But I was in the hospital. It's only by the grace of God that I'm talking today. According to what my children told me, and they videoed some part of it when I was in the hospital. I don't know where I was by then. They were telling me stories, what happened. Because I had a brain surgery on my forehead twice in a week. One on this side, one on this side. The doctor that did the second operation told my son that before he did it, he told my son that you people should go and get ready. Whatever may come out of it, you take. It's 50-50. So you people should go and get ready. My son, my first son, was there with my daughter. I thank God for her relocation to US. Both my sons, two of them, because they were together with their brother, staying with me all the time, every minute, every hour of the day. They were praying together, both the ones that are here in Nigeria, concerning my health. The doctor, when he measured it, my son was crying. He was crying. So, according to them, the doctor, they took me again to the theater and did the second surgery. I spent almost 5 months in the hospital. My right leg and left hand, right leg and my leg was powerless. I cannot even walk. The doctor, after the surgery, I was still in the hospital. After 2 weeks, someone just came into the room that I was with suit. I was sitting down. He told me, "You lucky woman, you lucky woman." I was looking at him. My husband was still over there. He has not left. He said, "Have a shake with me. Have a shake with me." I was looking at him. I don't know him. Before he made a turn to go, he came back. He said that he was the doctor that did my second surgery, that I was a lucky woman. I said, "Eh?" Immediately he said it. I said, "Eh? Oh, thank you, doctor. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Then he left. Within some weeks again, he came back. He said it. I now recollect. I remembered that he was the same person that talked to me last time. I now have a shock with him. We exchanged greetings. When I was there, group of doctors, nurses, they were coming to ask me some questions. Where are you now? They will, introduce themselves. Where are you now? They will now tell them my own name. They ask me, where are you now? I say, I'm in the St. Francis Hospital. And that's where I am now. They ask me, who is the president of this country? By then, it was during the time of Donald Trump.
Mommy, where did you meet daddy?
Okay, it was when one of my uncle did the dedication of his baby, the first child she got. I went for that party at Okesuna for Lagos. I and my mom, Madam Lucio Kocha, that was the son that did the party. When I went there that very day, your dad came to the party. I don't know him before. He doesn't know me before. As a guy, he came to me and asked me, what's your name? I told him. After telling him my name, he said, are you a sister? Do you related to Matthias Okocha? I said, yes. That was where we started, our relationship. I gave him the number of my mom that I was staying with, Atlanta Close, via Liverpool Road, Apapa. So he now started coming to my mommy's place to visit me. That was when we met ourselves. We started there.
So how did he propose to you? How did you accept? How did you get married to him? And what attracted you to him?
What attracted me is a handsome guy, mostly especially his lovely punched nose. I admired him and his stature, building stature. I like it. It's most of the things that, move me to love him.
Later narrate the wedding day. How the proposal went and when they got married.
And where they got married,
Okay.
what year was that, and then during the marriage profile. I mean, after having children and all the experiences together.
Mommy,
Mm-hmm.
so how did daddy propose to you and how was the whole process of getting married and how do you see how your relationship started?
Right from that very day, he started coming to our house. Then I myself, I always visit him too. He was by then staying at Cooper Road, 22 AB, Ikoyi, with their uncle. In the process, I I I I now found myself that my system was changed. So I have to go to him. We started living. But it doesn't waste time. He now came to Ogwashuku, to my parents' place, to pay my dowry when I had my first daughter. He paid my dowry. That was how the relationship was good. How that was how we now live. We stayed until death.
Are there things or are there decisions or things you didn't like about him or decisions he took then when he was alive that you never liked about him? Or if you had an opportunity you felt you could change in his life?
You say what?
Are there things you never liked about him? Because definitely in a relationship there is, you see the things you like and things you dislike.
What I dislike in his lifestyle is someone that has a hot temper, anger. But when we started living, I was trying to, to put him through. At times, if I will talk to him, at times midnight, I can ask him that I want to talk to you in a gentle way. He will now accept. I talk to him. He doesn't like somebody that will force him to do something. If you force him, you are not going to get it right. But once you mellow down, you discuss with him, he will now cool down and accept whatever you are saying to him. Oh, so many things. So many things. The way he can smile to me, even to the children. When I was working, he will be the person to take me to the office. As I'm going home, he will now come to my office and take me with his car. All these things. Wherever I want to go, I don't know anywhere. Even at when he was alive, I was in Nigeria. If I'm going to attend my club meetings, Daddy, once I finish this month, immediately I came back home, I will show him the address where the next meeting will take place. He will be the person to take me there and the person to take me back. So many things. I can't do without him. I so much love him. I so much love him. And by that time, Daddy, if somebody maybe you want to quarrel with me, when we were at Ikoyi, I'll be telling the person, until my husband come back, you will see the person that I'm living with. By that time, I was acting like a baby. Once he's back, my heart will be full of joy. Because that person, once the daddy came, he surfaced and saw Daddy, the atmosphere will change. I know him for that. Nobody can fall him down or push him down. He can stand. He's a tiny man, but very strong.
Sad. It's really, really sad. But it is what it is. My uncle is gone. My only uncle. The only man I had the privilege of calling, my uncle. I never had someone I could call an uncle. Azuka is his name. Sad. He could be remembered for a whole lot of things. He's one man that lights up any room he walks in. I can say that 1,000,001 times. He comes with this aura of accommodating. He's just, you see him and you just see someone that wants to put smiles on your face. Never a time have I seen him angry. Even back in those days when I know my mom used to get hard on him, that's the way he just plays his way around and everybody starts smiling and laughing in the house. He's one man we looked forward to growing up, visiting the house. I could recall a few times with his bell-bottom trousers, those fat trousers. He comes to the house, and we're all waiting to see him come. And then it was fun having him in the house. He will be greatly missed. We saw a man that grew from small beginnings to what he's able to achieve today. From the little village in somewhere in Isiokwe, an only son among his sisters and the last child, to what he was able to achieve. Today we can boast of graduates in the house, lawyers, international relations personnel in this house. It is indeed a great feat that would always be grateful to God for him and for the support that he gave the family. We will miss him so greatly. We will miss him. You see, if the dead can see, I'm sure his sisters would have flogged him back to say, "Go back and finish what you started. There's still so much to be done." But that's the way it is. They've reconvened. Him and his sisters have reconvened. Probably having a party in heaven. Greatly missed. Greatly, greatly missed. My name is David Ubabudike. I am the son of his eldest sister, Adeke Ukesune. Or rather, Adeke Ubabudike Ni Ukesune. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Maureen Enuaguna Ukesune. I'm one of the twin and the last child of late Azuka Emmanuel Ukesune. So my dad was a very jovial person, very tough as well. I always say he babied his daughters and he disciplined his sons more. Um, very straight up person. You want the truth, you ask him and he says it as it is. He never used to sugarcoat things. Very funny individual, very playful. When I had friends come over right from secondary school, my dad used to take the conversation from me. That's how it was. So sometimes I'll end up just leaving the sitting room with my friends with him and they will have fun. It won't matter that they came to see me or they came to see him because he just takes charge of the conversation. He's very big on family and he always expected us to have friends with people who also encourage family groups. And that is a Christian man. But he started first as a traditionalist. And one of the fun facts I like about him is the fact that he always pushed us to go to church. So I remember this occasion. I was going to church. I go late sometimes. So sometimes my dad will come into the room and kick me out and be like, go to church. You've dressed enough. Then once he walks me to the door, he will now say, you're very fine. And that's how it makes me laugh to just get off if I was feeling bad about maybe the fact that he was kicking me out of the house. He's big on education, get your degree, be something in life, especially his daughters. He never wants us to be those women that are laid back and we are collecting from our husbands, so to say. He wants you to be your own person. He pushes you to drive yourself to the extreme limits. Just be great and do great things. Um, he also encourages us to help people as best as we can. Doesn't matter where the person is from. Don't make enemies because you always need people. If my daddy had issues with people, he never encouraged his children to fight his battles. Those were his battles. So we had no business with that. Just very nice person, always smiling, calm, hot tempered when he needs to flare up, right? I'll miss him for his smiles. I'll miss him for his stories. He always has them to say. I'll miss him for the family man that he is. My dad would get up and make meals for us. He never cared that we were all adults. He'll clean up the house. He's always cleaning. The house is always clean when he's around. Just a sweet person, a sweet soul. Yeah. Rest well, Daddy. Thank you.
My name is Oluwada Oluremi. I'm one of the granddaughters of late Azuke Emmanuel Okesune. I did not like it when he died. I loved him so much. When I was in Games Village in Lagos, I will report that he did something to me while he did not do anything. I love him so much and I wish that he was still around with me. That I can run around him and play. But God knows best and that's why he called him home very, very soon. I'm very sure that he's in heaven and smiling down on us. Thank you. Okay, I'm Okocha Daniela. My uncle. I've known him as a very good person. He smiles a lot. He's a funny person as an individual. And he's, he's a wonderful man. He's a man that will covet to love. He's a man that When she sees you sad, he will come you and see why you sad, and whenever you crack a joke, you just bring out, you take away the sadness from you. When I heard when I heard when I heard that he was dead, I was heartbroken because I was like, it will make me smile again. I remember when he traveled to the town, remember when he traveled to village, when he come back to Lagos, he come back with a lot of bananas, fruits. I'm like, I miss him so much. I'll miss him because he's a man. I miss him so much with his smile. He loved playing with children. He's caring. I miss him, Daddy. Rest in peace.
My name is Oge Chukwuka Paula Ukesina. I am the first grandchild of Mr. Emmanuel Azuka Ukesina. I have many fond memories of my grandpa. He was a caring and loving person, but some of the fondest memories I have of him was when I was little. Like, he would always be the person that I was around mostly, even though we would get into a lot of like disagreements. But but there's no way you could stay angry at him, and there was no way he could stay angry at me. Um, there's many things I could say about my grandpa, but mostly he was like my best friend from beginning to the end. I thank God for all the years I had with him, and he'll forever be missed. So, is that it? You want more? Oh, um, what else? Oh, when I was little, everybody in the house from AM to PM, if I would not have my milk, it would be war. And my grandpa was always the one that would get it from me. And if it wasn't, that's when we'll argue. But yeah, that's my best friend.
My name is John J. You see, when I returned from Lagos, 1966, the closest person I had was the mother and my younger brother, though late now. As a result of that, we've been so very close. We have not had any issues before now. Until when the man here became sick, the late man became sick. So my sister, because she was out there in US, she asked me to take care of her husband. So medically, I started taking care. I am not a doctor though, but I was taking him to the hospital, Federal Medical Center, Asaba, where he was receiving his treatment. Then when coronavirus came up, the doctors said no, that they don't want elderly people in the hospital. So what I did was to employ the services of a doctor from FMC. So the doctor started coming to the house here to take care of it. And all this home service, each time the doctor comes, every minute he spends here is 10,000 we give to him. So that ends there. Until he died, I took him to the mortuary. After which I started making burial arrangements. The children were there, they were bringing money, and I was using that money for the purpose it was meant for. Now that the burial has come, I thank God for the fulfillment of the burial, the success of the burial yesterday. Now I have seen that the children are together. I can see oneness. They have one heart together. Though I know sometimes brothers and sisters will quarrel. But I know love that is above all things is still within them. I see it in them that they love each other. And myself, I am encouraging them to continue that way. Since they don't have any father, they should look on to God, the author and finisher of their faith. They should look unto God. That is what I am here to tell them. And to continue in that one love as family. I know with this, they will go far. And my sister also, I want to encourage the children not to leave their mother. They should be close to their mother. They should ensure they take care of their mother so that their mother will live for them. And they also will live for their mother. I thank God for everything. Because the Lord, I see that the Lord has done everything possible for them to be together. And I pray that they will continue to be together as God has ordained it to be. In Jesus' name.